Remember your 3 steps. Step 1, prove that it is possible or it is correct for n equals 1. Step 2, assume that it is correct for n equals k. And then step 3, prove or check that it is correct for n equals k plus 1. You've seen that you have to think outside of the box a little bit for you to arrive at your answer. But the more you practice, the more of these scenarios you come across. And so when you see a new one, you instinctively know what to do. So step 1 says we need to find out, or we need to check if it is true when n equals 1. So when n equals 1, have 2 power 2, 1 is divisible by 3. Remember that I said in the previous video that 3 times any integer. Let me write it here, where a is an integer. Okay? So what you have is 4 minus 1 equals 3a, which means that 3 equals 3a. Of course, 1 equals a. A is an integer. So for step 2, we need to assume that it is true for n equals k, which means 2 power 2k minus 1 equals 3. I'm using b now. There is an integer. So that's the second part. And then for step 3, we need to check that it is true. We need to check that it is true when n equals k plus 1. So what we'll have is 2 power 2 k plus 1 minus 1 will be equal to 3. Is an integer again. Let's work out the details. We have 2 power 2k plus 2 minus 1 equals 3c. Okay, so that becomes 2 power 2 plus 2k 1 equals 3c, which is 4 times 2 power 2k minus 1 equals 3c. Again, 2 power 2k equals 2 power 2k minus 1 plus 1. So we can bring that in here. We now have 4 times 2 power 2k minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 equals 3c. So what we have is, remember from step 2 that 2 power 2k minus 1 equals 3b. Okay, so if we bring it here, we have 4 dot 3b plus 1 minus 1 equals 3c. What we have then is 12b plus 4 minus 1 equals 3c. 12b plus 3 equals 3c. If we factorize, we have 3 into bracket 4b plus 1 equals 3c. Cancel them out. 4b plus 1 equals c. Again, remember that b is an integer, c is an integer. So if b is an integer, then 4b will also be an integer, and 4b plus 1 will definitely be an integer. Therefore, we have been able to prove that this statement, well done if you were able to solve it this way. Congratulations. Try out more examples, check online, try out more examples. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or reach out.